Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel, welcome to the new week. I hope you guys are doing great. Yesterday I did the ancestor message for the twin flame collective. Today I am gonna focus on divine masculine energy. I don't do those readings enough, but I almost feel like it's more responsibility to dive deeper into where DMs are right now. And of course April has been such a transitional month, astrologically speaking, so yeah, there's a lot of energy that is still unsettled, it's very strong, but it's kind of in the air, it's still processing, it's making its way to the twins, let's put it that way. But we are also on the verge of the new moon in Taurus. I will do a dedicated new moon reading tomorrow, but today, let's see what's going on with divine masculines. We'll start with an oracle card and I will pull a card for both counterparts, and then we'll see what's going on with DMs. We'll check their energy, we'll see what they're dealing with in karmic life, and also what is their intention. What are their intention for this new cycle? What do they want to build? What do they want to do different? You know, all those things. And of course, at the end, we'll get some messages from masculines to feminines with these cards. All right. So let's get a card for divine feminines watching first of all, because I realized that most of you guys are cross watchers. You get two cards. Nice. Time for a nap, 24, and TikTok. It's really time for a nap. Give yourself some time today, quite literally. You know, whatever you wanted to do, but you were like, well, yeah, I guess I don't have time for that, or maybe I'll do this next month now or something. Whatever, maybe, and it could be something like, I don't know, getting your nails done, and that's why you're putting it off, because no one's really gonna hold you responsible if you don't do your nails, but you need to make, I don't know, lunches for kids, you need to sew a button, or, you know, something else. Like, that's definitely something you have to do. Story for another day, not really. But what matters right now is for you to give yourself the time. For some, it's literally for a nap, for some rest, proper sleep time. For others, it's more like you time, whatever that means to you. Hopefully you know what I mean. What do we have for the masculines? What's the oracle card of guidance for divine masculines watching? All right. Fork in the road. Yep, speaking of new cycles, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this reading. So this is a confirmation for me personally that there is a fork in the road right now where DMs are going to be making some choices and choosing some directions. So yeah, let's find out more what it is. And yeah, it's part of this card specifically explanation is that it's not very easy to make a choice, right? You have most likely more than one, more than two options even. And they all have their merits, let's put it that way. So what do you choose? I will use the Sophia Charles deck. To me, it's one of the decks that has a more of a masculine vibe. So we'll do the 9-card spread, covering the questions that I already mentioned. Okay. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So there is that potency and that desire to build something incredible, to make a mark, you know, to leave heritage of some sort. The energy, we have the Strength, which is the 9 of Wands in this deck, the King of Cups, and the Victory. So going from like generating strength into victory. Because 9 of Wands is usually fear, but it's very interesting that it shows strength. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm fearful, but I'm gonna, you know, pick myself up and make an effort to get through the finish line. And it's a little hard to do when you're in a King of Cups energy, when you're like just sitting there and going through different emotions internally. Processing them and, trying to get yourself to a more stable ground. Let's put it that way. So it's hard to be showing up in a strong energy at the same time. There is this a certain battle of getting to a victory point, and that means many things on many levels, right? But general energy is that masculines have this desire for success, emotionally, mentally, so they are overcoming stress, they are dealing with emotions. It's not that easy. It's work in progress, and they don't necessarily know when it's going to happen, like when they will see the results, right? But this is energy now. So this is at least the perseverance that I'm sensing here that they have. At least like what I'm hearing is like, this time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it through, right? Where previously a lot of masculines have given up eventually on that goal, on that relationship, on whatever, because on the connection, right? Let's be honest, because of XYZ circumstances, some prejudices, whatever it is, right? They just decided at some point it's not worth pursuing anymore or fighting for. So this time is like, I'm gonna make it happen. It's that kind of energy. Very interesting. For what is happening in the karmic life, we have Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and Judgment. Yeah, so there's been a lot of inner conflict and trying to understand the rite of passage and kind of like what's good, what's bad, what's healthy and unhealthy in terms of communication and actions. There is some sort of epiphany that's coming into the masculine's life of where they can see clearly. So something will happen in the karmic reality that will show them clearly how some things that they thought they were when they were helping, when they were giving, supporting, that it actually wasn't good in its nature and it didn't serve people at the end of the day. Or like other times I'm seeing here where they were really on the fence about going a certain way or making a certain decision, but it was actually a very loving and brave decision to make in a good way, coming from the heart, right? And that's like the big differentiation, whether we call it sometimes head over heart decision, right? So they're seeing in practical examples how head over heart decision a lot of times let them down. And it was as simple as that. It wasn't simple, of course, at the time, but generally speaking, same circumstances, everything's the same, but it could have worked out so much better if they didn't make head over heart decisions. Okay, and what do they want to build in the new cycle? Very interesting vibe with Five of Swords, the Tower, and Two of Wands, the Minion. Yeah, so they want to build, like I was saying, I was getting this message, like get legacy, heritage, but it's legacy actually. They want to build something that has legacy, that will live long after they're gone, not just to get through this month, this year, whatever, for kids to get into college or whatever else goals they have had so far, right? This is much bigger than that. That's what they're going to be aiming for. That's what they're going to be considering at that fork in the road. On which way do I go? I'm also seeing, like with these two cards, and Five of Swords in this deck is about inner child work, inner work in general. A lot about forgiveness and releasing from guilt and shame. And that's what I see. And this card is also very interesting with this lava kind of like molding, burning, transforming things, right? So masculines definitely want for things to change to the place where they can work through guilt and shame and remove it and get into the next level, because in that particular area it seemed to them that they've been kind of on the replay, on the loop for a while, right? So it's hard to say that they actually want the Tower moment, but they're almost at that point where desperation, where they're like, yeah, if certain habits or people or places need to go from my life, they should just go. I wish that was just taken away, and so that this pathway is cleared. for something better, for something high vibrational, for the reality where I can think these big thoughts and feel capable and not have to feel guilty or shameful about my past choices. There is this desire to leave that behind, to focus on the good stuff, basically. Okay, that was a beautiful, beautiful reading. Let me do a little shuffle for the messages to support the messages from the other realm. By the way, also by Sophia Chaos. I'm rocking it with her cards today. Let's see what would the masculines like to share with feminines if they could. What's in their heart and mind? What would they like to share with feminines? Ah, there they are. Today they want to talk. That's good. I have trust issues. Yep, that's that last energy I was talking about. I struggle to express my love and feelings, so I keep it to myself. That's the King of Cups vibe. And I don't feel good enough for you, so I run. Again, guilt and shame. That's the same, and that's why they want to remove this. Because they do understand at this point that that's what's keeping them behind on many different fronts in life, including love life. Okay, I hope this was useful to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all. Don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to my channel, and to share it with others who may benefit from this kind of information. I love you all, and we'll talk new moon in Taurus tomorrow. Bye everyone.